Hi everyone, it's Miss Amy, and today we are going to make these beautiful pop-up tulip flowers. You can use them in a pop-up card, or you could just decorate the whole thing. So this is just one, so we're going to add to that, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you want some thin, like photocopy paper or whatever. You're going to fold it in half. In half again. And in half again. Okay. So, and we're going to actually fold them in half one more time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these apart, and this is one flower. This is going to be one flower. So it is folded, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half this way, like this. I'm going to put the two pieces together, okay? And I'm going to cut them in half on the line. I'm going to cut them, put it together again. So now there's four, but it's thin, so it's easy to cut. And I'm going to fold it. I'm going to cut it in half again. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to fold it in half. Okay, so each piece that sticks out of the flower is half. So so there's four on this side, like this. Okay, so four, and then for the other half. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to draw a tulip shape. So I'm going to show you, so the easiest way to do this is I'm going to go like this. So I have just a piece of white paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a tulip shape like this. Okay, now, okay, so I drew my tulip shape, and yours could have four little pieces, but you want to make sure that you have it so that you have half. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm actually going to make it wider because I want it to stick out farther, and I know that that is not going to stick out far enough. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out like that, and that I'm going to use as my reference. So it's folded in half. Okay, so when I open it, it looks like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is super easy. I have the four pieces of paper, and I'm going to put this, my tulip template, right on here. You could just you could trace the outline of this and then cut it out, or you can just hold on to it really good and cut it out. So what I'm going to do is go like that, and like that, and like that. Okay. So there we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, so I'm going to use that one because I made it a little bit bigger. Okay, so there it is. And I'm going to cut around the outside of that on the other four that I pinched. Okay, like that. Like that. Okay, so now I have all 8 of my pieces. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this aside, okay? that. And what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use the back side of this, okay, is I'm going to start building. I'm going to do each one. I'm going to crease each one really good. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Each tulip flower in half, I'm going to crease them really, really good because I'm going to be stacking them and gluing them together. So I want them all ready to go and just really right tight, creased really well, right in half. So I'm just stacking them up. They've all been halved. And this is a great pop-up to do for spring because it's spring. No tulips yet. Crocuses are out, but some places across the country might have tulips, or you can buy tulips in the store, in the grocery store, and have them inside still. But it's still a little too cold. Even though it's warm today, it's still a little too cold for the tulips to be out yet, but soon. So now I'm going to take my glue, and so on each piece I'm going to stack it. So here is one, it's folded in half. I'm putting glue on one part, and then I'm going to stack the next half right on top of that. Okay, whoops, right on top of that, just like that, right there. Okay, so now it looks like that. Okay, so we're starting to build our pop-up. So now on top of the same one that I just did, I'm going to put glue, and then I'm going to stack the next one. Okay, line it right up, stack the next one. So now I have two in the middle. Okay, so we're getting there. Okay, and you're going to do that for each one. I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to stack it like that. So there's that one. Then I'm going to do the same thing again and stack until I have all of them stacked tight on top of each other. Okay, then we'll pull them. Stack, stack, stack. Just like that. There we go. And the next one. That, and the last one like that, and there we go. Okay. So now all of them, and you want to pull them apart just so that they can dry and they don't stick. So you should end up with a bunch of different petals, and there's a little glue that kind of squirts out. That's why we want to make sure. Okay, so now they're all together. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the green and I'm going to make a stem. Okay, and then I'm going to make a leaf and a leaf like this. All right, and I'm going to make this one. I go like this and put that on like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do my leaves like that. There's one. tulip. And here is another tulip. And there we go, like that. And then I'm going to glue my tulip right on the top. So put that and that, flip it over, and then I'm going to put that right on the top like that. Okay, so here we go, and then, oops, you can't see that. Okay, so there it is right there on top. I'm going to make sure that I have all of these separated so that they can dry together. And then there you have another one, and you could do another flower that's yellow or a red tulip or whatever. I hope you have fun. Happy spring. Create away. Hugs, Miss Amy.